Guys, imagine it is 2 o'clock in the night, you are standing alone on a crematorium road, there is fog on the road, no one is visible far and wide. Suddenly you see from the front that a bus is coming. You have to get on this bus because there is no vehicle on that road and this bus going to your house is the last one. If there was someone else then he would have definitely got on it, right? But how will you feel here? This bus which is going to your house, it will not actually take you home, it will take you to some different place where after reaching there your soul will tremble because after reaching there such incidents will happen that you will not even be able to think about it. Now you must have imagined all these things, right? But a passenger from China had felt this thing in front of his eyes and many times, guys, some such incidents have happened in your life where you have to trust your thinking very much. You have to pay a lot of attention because sometimes it can happen that some of your decisions put your life in great danger. And sometimes some of your decisions can also save you, and why I am saying all these things, you will know by the end of this video, and it is very important because today's story is so scary, so terrifying. When you listen to this story, you will feel that if I was there in that situation at that time, what would I have done at that time? If I was also in that situation at that time, then I would have heard it because this story is so scary. This story is about a bus. It is about its passengers. And guys, I tell you one thing beforehand, that becoming a passenger of that bus means embracing death. In fact, there is a mystery hidden in this story which no one has been able to solve till date in the world. It's the biggest mysterious horror story of this planet. Now, before starting this video, to watch more such horror, mysterious and historical videos, subscribe to this channel now. This story begins. So guys, as I said that this is the story, this is from China, and guys, there is a bus route in this country, China, whose number is 375, which travels from Yuan to Pregnant Hills, and there is not much distance between these two places. It's hardly 16 kilometers, and guys, this is the same bus as any normal bus, which usually takes people to their homes. But this bus is for those who work late at night, and guys, similarly, on the midnight of November 14, 1995, this bus was running on its normal route, and at one place, this bus saw that some passengers were standing. They stopped the bus. The name of that place was Summer Palace. There were 4 people standing at that place. One looked like husband and wife, they were a couple, and one was an old woman, and there was a young boy of about 20 to 22 years. Both of them boarded the bus. While boarding the bus, they had noticed that before boarding, there were only 2 people inside the bus. One was the driver of the bus and the other was the bus. The conductor couple took the seat behind the bus driver. The old woman and the boy took the seats facing each other. Both of them sat facing each other. It was around 2 o'clock at night. This bus was going to have its last ride. It was confirmed that after this ride, the bus was going to go to the depot and be cleaned. But guys, there was so much fog on the way that even though the bus lights were on, the driver could not see anything ahead. The visibility was totally zero. The chances of an accident were also very high. So for this, the bus driver suggested this to all these people and asked for advice that should we go by this route or should we take another route. So the conductors, like the old woman and the young boy, both of them confirmed that yes, we should go by another route because anything can happen here. But the couple sitting behind the bus driver did not agree to this. We totally refused that. We will just go by this route. It is a 1 or 2 minute journey. We will reach our home by walking, so drop us at this turn. Guys, this was the final turn of this route. The bus driver was going to drop all the passengers from the next turn and take them to their homes, but the couples got off there itself. Now only 4 people were left in the bus. It was a dark night. There was complete silence on the way. The road was like a jungle. No one was visible around, and there was so much silence that no sound of anything was coming, except the engine of that bus. There was no sound of anything. It was absolutely silent, pin drop silent. No one in the bus knew each other, so of course they could not talk to each other. The only option left for them was that in the dark night they can sit near their window and enjoy the view outside. They can enjoy the cold breeze. The old lady was passing her time by doing all this, and at the same time the bus driver stopped the bus. Immediately the brakes were applied and the boy was shocked and he shouted at the bus driver that what is all this? How can you stop the vehicle at such a dense place in the middle of the night? Can't you see how cold it is here? The bus driver turned back and said that look carefully, there are 3 people standing in the middle of the road. They have signaled to stop the bus. The bus driver and the boy were talking, and at the same time those 3 people came inside the bus and climbed up. Seeing those 3, all the people in the bus got scared and were shocked. What is all this? There was nothing wrong with those 3, but they were wearing clothes from the times of kings and they looked like they were very dirty clothes. It seemed that either these people have come from the mud or these clothes have not been washed for years. And there was another weird thing in it, that the person standing in the middle, his both hands were on top of the other people. It seemed that the other two were touching the person in the middle. Are they giving support? Or it seemed that the man in the middle has drunk too much and the other two people are dropping him home. But what about their clothes? Why are they so different? As soon as the three of them got on the bus, the old woman was very shocked. She was uncomfortable. She went and told the conductor that I am feeling something is wrong. I am not getting a good feeling about these three. There is something wrong about these three. Then the conductor, after listening to the old woman, said that I can also understand this thing very well, but there is a theater nearby at a distance of just a few minutes, and I feel that these three people have come from that theater. These people seem to be from drama. Then the old woman started feeling even more uncomfortable because the young boy had calmed down after listening to all these things of the conductor, but the old woman had become very alert that if this Rama. So why is this conductor coming and consoling us? They could have also told us this. And if the person in the middle has drunk too much, then why is his hair all over his face? All these questions were going on in that old lady's mind. Like a lot of things were getting mixed up, and again the same silence prevailed in that bus which was there some time back, and these questions were going on in that old lady's mind again and again. That old lady was not avoiding these things. She was looking at those three people again and again with her eyes, like she was looking at those three from her side eye. And guys, let me tell you one thing, there was not much way left. They were very close. They were about to reach that pregnant hill, and the bus had just come on the same route on which they already had to travel, but they had taken a turn, so now it had come on its default route. But it was very late in the night. There were no sounds in the bus. Not even a pin drop. There was silence. There was complete silence. The bus driver was feeling very sleepy. His eyes were closing, but slowly he regained consciousness. He saw that a black cat passed by his bus. Its eyes widened. He immediately applied the brakes. The old woman fell on the boy with a jolt. The boy asked, "Are you okay?" The old woman said nothing with a frown on her face. She quietly went and sat on her seat. Guys, after a while the old woman stood up again and started shouting that she was unable to find her purse. It had disappeared. She said that the last time when the bus driver had applied the brakes, the boy sitting in front of her had stolen her purse. Hearing all this, the boy was very shocked that no, there is nothing like that. I did not steal the purse at all. If you want, you can search for me. But the old woman was not listening to a single word of the boy. She said, "I did not steal such a purse at all. I have not done anything in this, like I am literally innocent." That old woman gave him a kiss at that time, and like he was very shocked that why is this happening with him. After seeing all this drama, the bus conductor and the bus driver said that maybe you should not do all this here. You should get down from the bus. There is a police station nearby. You can go there and solve this. And at that time when all these things were happening, that old woman could also hear the laughter of the man, whose hair was coming on his whole face. And at the same time that old woman and that young boy got down from that bus. After getting down, that boy was very scared because he felt that now he is going to go straight to the police station, but there was no tension on that woman's face. She was very relaxed because it seemed on her face that a lot of tension has gone from her head. That boy then asked that woman that why did you do all these things? So I have not stolen anything. Then that woman said that you do not need to shout so much, you should thank me. Tell me the truth, I have saved your life by doing all this. And without confusing that boy much, that woman told that boy a story. Then the old woman said one thing to that boy, that as soon as those three people got on the bus, I noticed one thing, that something is wrong with them, like there is some vibe change, something negative with them. And when I was feeling all this, I was constantly keeping an eye on them. I was always keeping them in my side glance, that there is something here which I will know now. Then as soon as a gust of wind came, when the hair of the middle one flew in the air, at that time I saw that he had no face, he was a faceless ghost. And if someone does not have a face, then it can be a paranormal entity. And when I also looked at the feet of all three people, then I saw one thing, that there was no face in all three of them. None of them have legs, and before we become their prey, I created this whole drama that it is better that we get out of here as soon as possible, and we should not become their prey. Becoming their prey means getting close to death. After listening to all this, that boy got very emotional and he hugged that woman, and then that boy gave a suggestion to that woman that our lives are saved, but the lives of the bus conductor and the bus driver can be in danger. So let's do one thing, we should go and inform the police as soon as possible. Maybe their lives will be saved. And guys, you also know that whenever any such horror or mysterious thing happens, The police officers do not pay much attention to it, they are not able to focus much, they do not pay attention to all this. Those people went, they told all these things to the police, and that is what happened. They did not get any focus at all. They did not get any attention at all, and after seeing all this, that old woman and that young boy left from there. We went thinking that the lives of those two could not be saved, but our lives were saved. But guys, you must be thinking that this story, this horror story must have ended here, right? No, the mystery, the horror has just begun, guys. On November 14th, this bus left for its destination, but it never reached its destination. As soon as the police came to know about this, they remembered the same old woman and that young boy. Then the police officers went out on November 15th to search for this bus and to find out in the nearby CCTV cameras. Then the most shocking thing came to light, that the CCTV footage of the station, or the place where the old woman and that young boy got down from the bus, is captured in the entire area. Beyond that, the bus could not be captured in any CCTV camera. There was no visibility of that bus anywhere, whether that bus even existed or not. It is so strange, like literally mysterious. The whole day was spent searching for that bus. The next day the bus was not found, but they found out about the bus, and as soon as they found out about the bus, everyone ran there. While going, they came to know that the bus was not near Pregnant Hills. It was found submerged in a river 100 kilometers away from Pregnant Hills. Everyone ran there. Everyone gathered there. The entire police force pulled the bus out, and when the bus was pulled out, everyone was shocked by what was found inside the bus. When I heard it myself, I got goosebumps. At that time, 3 bodies were found in the bus. 1 of the bus driver, 2nd of the bus conductor, and 3rd of a man who was sitting between the 2 people, who was wearing old-fashioned clothes. And guys, you know what was the most shocking thing? It had been only 2 days since they had died, but the bodies of these people had completely decomposed, had rotted so much that in just 2 days, that 2 inside water. How is this possible? And guys, how did the bus that was there from Fragrant Hill 100 kilometers away, come into this river without any stop? What is the possibility of this? Then the police opened the petrol tank. There was not even a drop of petrol in the petrol tank, but one thing was definitely there, and that was blood. And guys, till date no one has got the answer to even one of these questions in this world, that how can a 2-day-old dead body rot so much that it has been only 2 days, and that 2 inside the water, this dead body, and that 2 has decomposed completely? How is that possible? And a bus that has the capacity and the petrol that it has, might have been filled only till the Pregnant Hills, and that 2 is lying in a river some 100 kilometers away from the Pregnant Hills. How is that possible? When the bus dropped that old woman and the young boy at one place, the CCTV footage is available till that place, and CCTV footage is not available from anywhere beyond that, whereas CCTV is available at every place on every route, and that was not seen. Is that possible? And guys, the biggest question is, who were those people around who had held that drunk man? Were they some ghosts or spirits? Were they some spirits who killed that man and later also killed the bus conductor and the driver? Who are they? No one has got the answer to these questions till date. It is that mysterious. And guys, one thing I found very creepy was that why did the bus driver choose the same route where he was going to meet those 3 people? Why did he know this thing beforehand? See, in my simple words, this thing has never been proved anywhere. This mystery has never been proved, that what actually happened that night. What is the connection of that old woman and that young boy with all these things? But one thing I believe is that the bus driver and the conductor had died a long time ago. But guys, still, what is the reality of this? I will not know till date. And guys, my belief is that even today the bus that runs every night is still there. She goes out to get out of the Pregnant Hills. Even today she must be making people her prey. Even today she must be traveling on the same route at midnight. So guys, now before this video ends, I want to tell you one thing, that whenever you go out anywhere at midnight, always keep one thing in mind, that whoever you are traveling with, you should always tell him that he should travel on the route which he knows. It may happen that your cab driver or any other driver is taking you on a different route, and you may feel that you are 2 people, but in reality you are only 1. There is no driver on that route, no one is driving the car, you are just sitting alone on the back seat. So guys, now this story ends here. My name is Amon Parker, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you.